This is the Brave Space podcast. Brave Space is a healing place for gun violence prevention professionals and survivors. My name is Dr. Jordan, and I'm here with one of my favorite people. You want to introduce yourself?
My name is Kaelyn Thomas. I was her old mentee.
Yes. So we should probably tell people, Kaelyn, how we met. Do you want to start or you want me to start?
I start.
Okay.
So how we met was she was my old therapist, and she's my second therapist. So I had a first therapist. I didn't really like her because she was old, and we didn't have nothing to talk about and have nothing in common. And then my mom found me a new therapist, and the new therapist was Dr. Jordan. And I used to want to talk to her every day on the phone because she had so much energy. She was energetic.
And I remember when I first met you at, it was a little recreation center. You actually came to a Brave Space event with your mom. Your mom was like, "Can I bring my daughter?" And I was like, "Yes." And you came up to me. You had so much personality. I don't know if you remember that. It was actually at the end of the session, and I was cleaning up, and you walked up to me. You were like, "Miss Jordan, can I help you take out the trash? I'm gonna help you clean up." And I was like, "Okay, Kaelyn." And so shortly after that, you and I started meeting to do therapy, right? First of all, a better question to ask first, how did you feel that first time coming into therapy? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Were you worried? How did you feel?
I was happy and nervous because I was doing something new. Not something new, but talking to a new person. So it was that. So
yeah, a little nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And then how did you feel once, we had that first session? I think you were 8 years old. Were you 8 or 7?
I was 6.
6 or 7? Okay. 6 or 7. So it's been a few years. How did you feel after once that first session happened?
I felt good. I felt like you was my best friend, and you was I wanted to talk to you every day because you had so much personality too when I met you. And it was I didn't know much about music, and you put me on to this song called Brown Skin Girl by Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
And it was amazing.
Yes. That's so funny that you remember that. And then also I think we probably met, let's say, I want to say maybe over 8 weeks or so. How did you feel at the end of our sessions?
I was happy because I knew I was going to get to talk to you again. So I was just waiting for the day I got to talk to you again.
Yeah. Do you know what Brave Space means? What does that mean to you?
I feel Brave Space means to me you can say what you want and you are confident and stuff, and you get to just be free.
Yeah, yes. And I'll add to a Brave Space, it's a place where, there's no judgment, right? We get to talk about difficult things, but we don't judge each other, and we get to just speak freely, right? And you know that. Do you remember what first brought you to therapy? So you were about 6 or 7 years old, and your mom said, "You know what? I found you a therapist, Dr. Jordan. You can talk to her." But do you remember why you wanted to come to therapy?
What I remember was my mom wanted me to go to therapy because I had a lot of questions about my dad, and she wanted to get it off my mind, so she made me go to therapy and to make me do activities and get it off my mind and stuff. Yeah. So I won't ask a lot of questions and don't remember it, but I remember it at the same time.
Yeah. So she wanted to give you an opportunity to talk freely and openly about your dad.
Yes.
What was the main thing she wanted you to address when it came to your dad?
How he was killed by gun violence, and how big he was, how big he was in the world, how like many people loved him and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. So I imagine you probably heard lots of stories about him and his personality, but it can be really helpful to actually talk about it, right? Because how old were you when your dad was killed?
I was 3 months when my dad had was killed. I was 3 months.
Yeah. So you didn't get a chance to like have a conversation with them and do some of those things that daddies and daughters get to do. Yeah.
But I heard like amazing stories of what he used to do for my brother and stuff. So it made me happy that my brother he got like a good time with him. And even though I did it, I'm still happy that my brother did.
Yeah. What were some of those like good things that your dad did with your brother that you want to share?
For his 5th birthday, he had like a limo, and he's only 5. Who's doing this for a 5-year-old?
Right.
And every weekend he would buy him the new pair of shoes, the new Jordans that just came out, and he used to just give my brother anything he wanted.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I remember about my dad, and that's what everybody tells me.
Yeah. Do you know you look like your dad?
I look like him a lot.
You do.
Everybody tell me. It's like if we go somewhere, everybody notice my brother because my dad used to like be with my brother all the time. And people don't notice me because I was like a baby and so nobody know me. But one day I was at my friend's birthday dinner and I have like my iPad case. Got me and my dad picture on the back of it. I customized it. And my friend's dad had noticed that was my dad. He was like, that's my buddy right there. And I realized how many people like knew him from like, and I just went to a new school. I go to Deerwood Academy, so it was crazy because I just went to a new school and like my friend dad already knows my dad, so it was crazy.
Yeah. So people kind of recognize that you belong to him.
Yes.
Yeah. How does that make you feel? Just hearing how other people speak highly of him or hearing how other people talk about him. How does that make you feel?
It made me feel like good inside because I know like he was a good man and like everybody loved him and stuff.
Yeah. What would you say is like one of the hardest things about not having a chance to meet your dad?
One of the hardest things is that I have one parent and my mom is only one person and she can't do everything for me, but she still make it happen. And I love my mom for that because she said, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, but she still give me what I want every day.
Yes.
Because I wasn't supposed to have a party and I still had a party.
Yes. What's like one thing you wish people knew about your dad? Like something that you admire about him? Like what's one thing you wish people knew about him?
That he had like a big heart.
Yeah.
That he loved everybody. Even if you did something wrong, he still loved you.
Yeah.
That's one thing I want people to know this.
Yeah. What do you hope like to do to kind of carry on your dad's legacy?
To let people hear his story and stuff and get justice for him.
Yeah. What else do you want to share about your dad? Like, what do you think people should know about him?
How he loved me dearly, and I was his favorite child, by the way. And that he was like a genuine person. He loved everybody. My mom told me a story that he gave a girl $100 to buy a new pair of shoes. He said, if you do good, I give you money and so you could buy some new shoes. And that's what she did. She got good grades. He gave her the money. Her grades haven't been bad since. So that's why I want to know that he was like a genuine and caring person.
Yeah, and he also motivated her, it sounds like.
And he motivated people to do a lot of things. And everybody say I motivate them to do a lot of things too. So I hope I motivate y'all to do a podcast.
think you will. I honestly think, Kaelyn, that, I've interviewed a lot of people. I think you're the bravest guest that I've ever had. I really do. So your dad was 26 when he was killed.
Yes.
And did you know that gun violence is now the number one cause of death for young people? Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I think that is crazy because, like, I don't really think it shouldn't, like, been invented and stuff. So I feel like that is the number one is the craziest thing because from my perspective, I think the number one should be, like, car accidents instead of gun violence because most people die in car accidents than gun violence too at the same time. So it's crazy that gun violence is the number one in the world because you could just talk it out or just stay away from the person. You don't have to end the person's life and stuff. So like you don't have to like cut their life so short. And it's be kids, adults, elders and stuff, and it'd be like so crazy because what in your right mind made you do it? So I just want to know, why did you do it?
Yeah. I like your comparison to of like car accidents versus gun violence because car accidents, like it's even in the name, it's an accident, right? And sometimes gun incidents can be accidents. Sometimes they can, but a lot of times it's not an accident, right? A lot of times people get into arguments or they're upset with one another. And then, like you said, rather than work it out or talk it out or find other ways to address the issue, sometimes people use a weapon like a gun, and it can actually lead to someone being killed. What gets you so passionate about like talking about this and also wanting to find other ways to address conflict?
What get me passionate is that I like to hear other people's stories of like what happened to their loved ones or what happened to them. So I can get their story out there in the world so they could get justice too for their loved one. And it's so important to me because I don't think it should like occur to where you have to like pull out a gun to kill the person. So like, I don't think it should like occur to that.
Do you know a lot of people like who have been killed by gun violence?
Yes, I know a lot of people who have been killed by gun violence. And sometimes people die for no reason. Because sometimes it be accident, they might shoot at the wrong person. Or they're like playing with the gun and it goes off and it shoots you. And it should really be illegal. It is illegal, but you need to be like over like 20 to get a gun. Because most of these young kids have guns nowadays because it's like the new generation. So they have guns, and I want to stop the violence because I don't think violence is right. No violence is right.
Yeah. Why do you think violence isn't right? Like, what are better ways to handle conflict?
Talk about it. Just stay away from the person. And just stay away from the person or talk about it. Or like go talk to someone about your situation and they can give you solutions on how to do it.
Yeah. What is one solution that you have to address gun violence?
Stand up for peace.
Yes. Tell me about Stand Up for Peace.
Like just stop the violence and stuff. It's like for all types of violence, domestic violence, child abuse, and like all the violences in the world. Gun violence. Yes, like
all of that. So Stand Up for Peace, that's a nonprofit that you want to start, which I just love that you want to start a nonprofit. How did you come up with that name, Stand Up for Peace?
So I came up for the name because I had to do a project, and at first it was Live in Peace. It's still Live in Peace, but my project is Live in Peace. So I was like, I don't want to start a nonprofit organization. So instead of Live in Peace, I did Stand Up for Peace, because Live in Peace was already someone's name. But I came up with Stand Up for Peace, because like it's like you're standing up for your loved one or for someone you knew and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think your dad would think about you starting a nonprofit called Stand Up for Peace?
He would be proud of me, because his little baby is starting a nonprofit organization at the age of 11.
Yes, yes. And is part of your organization, will it honor his life and legacy?
Yes, it will honor his life and legacy, because he was really big out here in the world and stuff. So
yeah. So tell me, Kaelyn, about Kate's Club.
Kate's Club is about this lady. She lost her mom at the age of 11, and she started a nonprofit organization called Kate's Club about people who lost their loved one and stuff. And it's actually so fun, but it was like too far. So I had to like stop going, because it was like too far, and I didn't have enough time to go back and forth. And I wanted to start mine because I wanted to be like in the area for people, so it could be like convenient for people. So I want to start mine, so yeah, it could be convenient and they don't have to drive all the way out there. But you can still go to Kate's Club if you want, because it's like, I'm 11. You might like, no, say I don't have my stuff together, but I actually do. Most 11-year-olds are genius, okay? I was a genius, okay?
You are. You definitely are. So you enjoy Kate's Club, but you wanted to come up with something so that you could be local and help people locally. What's one of the main goals that you have for Stand Up for Peace?
One of the main goals I have for Stand Up for Peace is to get everyone's story out there so they can get justice, and so I can also get justice for myself. And to like remind people is never about like violence and stuff.
Which is why peace is in the name, right? I love that. So I think you mentioned before too that you want to like help other people tell their story. Is that right?
Yes.
Who do you want to help tell their story? Is it young people your age who've also lost someone to gun violence?
It's also young people, grown-ups, elders, if they lost their mom, their dad, their cousin, their auntie, their sister, their brother, and stuff, their grandpa, to any type of violence. But mainly gun violence too, because it's just like guns are like unacceptable for people and stuff. You can get it for protection, but just don't use it just like often where you have to like go kill somebody.
Yeah.
Like, don't use it for like no reason.
Yeah. So you really want to like talk to more survivors, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you know that I talked to a lot of young survivors of gun violence?
Nope, I did not know that.
Yes. So as a part of our organization, Girasol Wellness, we talk to young people, usually 26 and younger, who have survived being shot by a gun. So what questions do you have about that? Because I know you want to talk to survivors. So if you were talking to a survivor, like what would be some of the questions that you had?
How did like they feel in that moment? What was going through their mind? How did you like think it was going to not end well or something? And are you lucky to be alive?
Yeah. Those are great questions. Those are a lot of the questions that I actually asked them. So I think, I don't know, Kaelyn, I think you're onto something. I think you would be great at asking survivors questions about how they feel. Oftentimes it's a very scary thing to experience, right? And after, people really need help. They need therapy, right? Mm-hmm. How would you encourage like a young person who has survived being shot? Like, how would you encourage them to go to therapy?
I would encourage them and like tell them that it will like unstress them, like not have like so much stress build up, and they don't have anger build up, like so they won't get stressed out and stuff. So like I would tell them, go talk to a therapist so you don't get even more stressed out, because it gets to a point where your hair start falling out, you get depressed, you start to lose weight, and it gets to like a point where you have to like go talk to a therapist so you can like go back to your normal form.
Yes. Do you sometimes get angry or sad when you think about your dad?
Sometimes. That was the old me. So I'm mature now, so I don't get angry. I just get a little upset because I like want to have my dad, but I know he could never come back, so I just don't get angry. I just know he's watching over me. He's pushing me through this. He's doing everything. He's pushing my mom and my brother, my nana, my auntie. He's pushing everybody. My grandma, his mom, and stuff like that. He's pushing everybody through it. His dad, he's pushing everybody through it. So
I think he would be so impressed with who you are today and all your personality, and also how bravely you're speaking about this topic. You know, that's really hard to do. You know, I couldn't have done that when I was your age. You know, your personality has just always been different, right? So I'm not surprised that your mom reached out to me a few days ago and said, hey, Miss Jordan, Kaelyn said she's ready to talk and she wants to talk about her nonprofit and how she wants to stop all forms of violence. That's what your mom said. Not just gun violence. You want to stop all forms of violence, right? So, Kaelyn, can you tell me something about, like, how is gun violence, how is it impacting your family still to this day?
It's impacted my family, like, on his birthday, they just cry because they don't get to celebrate with him. But I don't cry because I just know he's having fun up there in heaven and stuff, because he's big nut.
Yeah.
And it impacts my family. They just want him back, but he can't come back. But I still be happy even on his death day, his birthday. I still be happy on certain days. It just sometimes I just cry because I like miss him, but I know he's telling me to keep going and stuff. So it's impact my family like bad, but at the same time not. Like they pushing through it, but at the same time they can't push through it.
Yeah. How does it impact your mom?
It impacts my mom, like, she don't think it's fair, and she, like, tell his mom sometimes, she said she want him back, but she say he can't come back. She say, but he's still watching over us in heaven and stuff.
Yeah.
And my mom, she's holding on strong. She's doing the best that she can, and I love that for her, because she do everything we want. Even if she says she don't have it, we still get what we want. Like she said, we wasn't getting food yesterday, we still got it. Because she just still make everything happen, and I love my mom for that. And even though our dad isn't here to help us, she still like have everything together. She pull herself together when she don't feel right. She still pull herself together. And it was like, it got to a point where she was watching the trial, got so bad, I made her turn it off. So it impacted her like that, but she regained herself. So I'm glad it did.
Yeah, and I bet you were able to like just help her and comfort her as well. Yeah, yeah. And then your brother, how old is he now?
He's 17.
He's 17, so he's about to graduate from high school.
Yes.
Because he actually got to spend a lot more time with your dad. So How is he feeling now, like as he reflects on being about to graduate and not having his dad around?
He's happy because he's going to graduate, and he's also sad because our dad's not going to be here to see it. But little does he know, we got something for him. And he's just like, he's not letting like bring him down. He's still like being happy. He's jolly. He's like so jolly. He's like so happy. But we had watched our dad's funeral tape, and it broke him. It broke all of us because they showed him the first part. What they showed was him in the casket. We just broke down, and I never seen my brother cry like that. Those are like real like hard tears. And I couldn't take it, and I just walked out the room. It just hurted me so much, but I pushed myself together that night, and I still was happy at school.
Yeah.
So my brother is doing fine now. We're all doing fine, and I'm just happy that it's not like affected him like badly.
Yeah. And I'll say too, like that's one thing I always admired about your mom is that she was so adamant about making sure that you all got into therapy, that you had someone to talk to. Because again, this was what, 3 or 4 years ago, right? And we've had sessions on and off just based on whatever's going on with you all. But I think that's so important that families recognize that therapy can be helpful, right? What would you say to a young person about going to therapy? Like, how would you talk to them about therapy?
I would tell them that you get to do like activities and stuff, and then like take the person or something off your mind that's been on your mind. It takes everything off your mind, and then like you just get to be free and stuff. So like, I recommend therapy for some people. Like my friends go to therapy. All my friends go to therapy.
Yeah.
And I love that for them because I'm glad some young people get to go to therapy nowadays.
Yeah. What does healing look like? Or is that even like a thing right now? Like, how do you heal from the trauma of losing your dad to gun violence?
Healing looks like you, like, say if I was in the bed like a week straight and I didn't move. And then one day I finally moved, and then I got up, I did something to myself, I did my hair and stuff. That's what healing looks like. Yeah. You're pulling yourself back together. You're regaining your confidence.
Yeah.
So that is what healing looks like to me.
I love that. That's really good. Because actually, you're 100% right. Like sometimes when we get really sad and depressed, we just want to lay in the bed. We don't want to get up. We don't want to do our hair, brush our teeth. We don't want to do anything. So you're right. Like healing is getting back into your routine, right? So Kaelyn, I know that in the future, real soon, you're going to start your own nonprofit. I know it's going to be amazing. And I also know with all your personality, right, that you would be a great podcast host one day. Is that something you're interested in?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I also want to start my own podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why do you want to start a podcast? Like, what would your podcast be about?
About people and how they regain themselves from someone who passed or someone like they deeply love that passed too. It's going to be about that. It's going to be stand up for peace. It's going to be something like yours, like Brave Space, but it's going to be stand up for peace. And I'm going to like talk to them about how it changed them and their mood and stuff, how it changed their whole personality.
Yeah. I love that. I think you're going to be an amazing podcast host. So I'll give you a little practice. Like if you were interviewing me, Kaelyn, like what questions do you have for me?
A question I would say is, how are you mentally and physically?
Okay, so I'll start with physically. Physically, I think I'm doing pretty good. I just, well, actually, this whole year I've been doing HIIT classes, which is high intensity. It's very, it's, it's intense, but I think I can like see the results. So physically, I would say I'm a lot stronger. Like I feel like I can lift heavy things and move heavy things. So I feel good about that. And then mentally, if I'm being honest, I would say I'm tired. Like Kaelyn, I am worn out. I think I've been doing therapy consistently for so long that I think a lot of it is starting to weigh on me. So what I plan to do is in a month, a little less than a month, so December, I plan to like take a break. I know, right? Like, I think I get a break. Do I deserve a break?
You deserve a break.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna take a whole month off where I'm not doing any therapy. Or maybe I'll see, like, I think I have 1 or 2 clients that I will see. But for the most part, I'm going to clear my schedule so I can get some rest and reset for 2026.
Go on a vacation.
I would love to go on a vacation. Where do you think I should go?
Florida, Orlando, Florida. They have a lot of Puerto Rico. Mexico.
I would like either of those. I would like either of those.
You don't like either though? You know,
What'd you say?
Yeah, and Las Vegas.
I've been to Vegas. I didn't really enjoy Vegas.
Oh, why? I love Vegas.
It just wasn't my speed. And it was too hot. It was a different type of hot.
Go when it's winter time.
Okay. I think I went in the summer.
Better. Yeah, you gotta go
probably
like when like it's cold. It's so fun. It's fun when it's better, like cold.
Okay. What else? What other questions do you have for me? Future podcast host.
How did your loved one death affect you?
That's a good question. So the last person who I lost was my grandmother.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you. She passed September of 2023. And she was like the rock of our family. She was like the matriarch. And she was just very like wise and, you know, she was a grandma. So, you know, when you get to visit her, she spoils you. You know, I remember I remember you looking at your grandma. I remember growing up, like, play outside. She had a big yard, so we would just play outside. She would buy us all the snacks that we wanted. And, you know, as we got older, we developed, like, a different relationship. So I would usually try to call her once a week. And she would tell me about her life. And so, yeah, I miss that. It's hard to lose someone.
Yes, I also lost my grandmother last year. November.
There you go.
November 14, 2024. She was my god grandmother. So, like, she was my god mom's mother. So, I was her first grandchild. And it made me, when I first heard that she passed, I couldn't even cry. But then when my mom told me to send a message, I just started crying because I didn't know what to say and how to say it, because it was like really, really hard for me because I really, really do miss her. So I sent the message and I just stayed in my bed, and then the next day I got up and I did something, and it just made me take my mind off her. And I still love her. I love her so much.
Yeah. It sounds like you have some good coping skills. Get out the bed. That's going to be my coping skill. Okay, one more question. What's one more question that you have for me?
What do you plan to achieve in the future?
Oh, that's a good question. What do I want to achieve in the future? I think I want a family.
Family?
Yes, I think I want a family. I think I'm, you know, at that stage where it's like, I think that would be nice. I don't know if it's an achievement or more so just like it would be a blessing?
I call God Mom.
Yes, yes, yes. You can definitely be a great godmom. All right, Kaelyn. Well, like I said, you are the bravest guest that I've had. And I just love your courage to want to speak up and not only like tell about your dad's legacy and the good things about him and the things you miss about him, but also to show other young people what it's like what healing can look like for you that's starting a nonprofit, Stand Up for Peace, and encouraging people to put the guns down and stop all forms of violence.
Yes.
Right? So I am so proud of you. Me and your mom, we've been so excited to see like, what is Kaelyn going to turn out to be like? Because all your personality, I'm telling you, is the thing we talk about the most.
Thank you.
All right, so this is the Brave Space podcast. Brave Space is a healing place for gun violence prevention professionals and survivors. We meet, we process, we heal in community.
See you later, guys. Bye.